I mean, I wouldn't disagree, but I just say that because I have a different role this year. I think I'm in a different place mentally. I think I've matured a lot as a player just in the past year, so we'll just see.
In what way do you feel you matured?
I was just telling them moving on from the past, just, even if it's the last play, just moving on to the next play right then and there, not letting it drag on to the next plays because then it just affects you more as the game goes on.
Gotcha. And Archie was saying one of the things he really wants to do is just put you at two guard, no backup point guard, no just, hey, green light, green, you know. How has he sort of explained that? Do you like that? And do you feel you're ready to excel in that?
I mean, he hasn't really explained it, but I mean, he's applied it, I guess you could say.
Okay.
And I mean, I've been playing two guard in high school, my whole high school career pretty much. I was transitioning to a point guard when I got to college, so to go back to that is natural for me.
And then you were mainly, I remember you from AU, it was primarily score.
Yeah.
So this is your most natural role, is that fair to say?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think I'm just comfortable with the way he's been playing.
Gotcha. Thanks, man.
Devonte, how much does those last 7 games from last year change your mindset coming into this year, knowing that you can do it, you know, even in the toughest environments, you know, on the biggest stages, that could be a 30, 35 game window as opposed to just a 7-game window we saw at the end of last year?
I wouldn't say it changed my mindset or something. I've known, like I said, I was naturally a two guard scorer before I got here, and I think just stepping into the role this year I'm just coming with a different mindset.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the newcomers. I think people are kind of curious what players have seen from Joey Bronk. Obviously, he's got some experience. I think everybody knows he always wanted to play at IU. It's a big deal for him. Have you sensed that? That it's a big deal for that guy to be at Indiana?
I think it's a big deal for him. I think he's such a hard worker. Like, I think he'd be happy playing. You know, and as long as he's playing somewhere, he's happy. Like Joey loves to just play basketball. You can just tell by his game.
His hard work shows up how? Is it like number of times, hours he works out per week? How does it show up?
He's just always working. You'll catch him in the gym random times. You're like, oh, Joey's there. And even after practice or something, you'll see him working. Or he'll ask guys to come work with him. So.
And then Trace Jackson Davis, obviously, you know, McDonald's All-American coming out of high school. He's got to transition to the D1 level. But what have you seen as a player? What's he good at, and what do you think he's got to work on to be, you know, an impact player?
He's impressed me a lot since he's been on campus. He's real good at. He's an athlete. His double jump is crazy. His second jump, and I mean, I think he'll come in and have an impact immediately. But I mean, of course, there's always things that players can work on. And with him, I don't know. It's just I would say just staying in an aggressive mindset, because that's something that's hard to develop or keep, especially coming into the college level. Because if you had that in high school, which I'm sure he has, it's just he has to just stay with that going into college.
The new three-point line obviously is getting a lot of attention. The new distance, excuse me. You're a shooter. Do you think it has a big impact? Do you think it has a little bit of impact? No impact? What do you think that's going to do? Let's start with offensively to those of you who are three-point shooters.
I think it'll have a small impact to shooters who usually shoot, because we usually shoot a step back from the regular three-point line anyway. But guys who sort of toe the line, like maybe pick up fours or something like that, might have a little effect on them because it's a little farther, and it takes a little time to adjust to.
Right. Let's flip it a little bit defensively. How does it change? Do you look at guys and go, okay, that guy's only shooting 30%, maybe we don't have to close out? Or does it mean, hey, we close out no matter what and there's more space you got to cover?
Yeah, it spaces out the floor a lot more for sure. So, I mean, it's a little bit more ground to cover, but we pick up guys like a step above that three-point line anyway. So we're kind of used to guarding guys out on at that level.
What do you think the number of guys that you have on the front line does for the team? Counting Race, Rajiv, and said, hey, Justin's kind of in that, Demizi's kind of in that, in addition to the actual centers. What does that group of front court players do for you guys?
I just think it makes us real versatile. We can go big group or a small group and still have guys at that position who will be effective at that position.
Are you expecting to have more kick-out threes this year than off-the-dribble threes because you guys have so much size?
I would expect about equal amount.
How is I'm sorry, go ahead. How's Rob Finney different this year than he was last year? Most guys make big jumps. What's he better at this year than he was coming in as a freshman?
I think he's just more comfortable on the court now, and he's solid in where he is as a player, so he can lead more than he did last year. He's more comfortable leading vocally, and I think that's probably the biggest thing.
Was he kind of quiet last year as a freshman?
A little bit, not quiet,
no?
but not super,
Okay.
talkative, but he just seems a lot more comfortable in being in that point guard role. He has to communicate, talk, direct guys, things like that.
Right.
That extra year with him now, you guys sense where each other is on the court all the time now? Is that little feeling with each other better?
We do. A lot of our players actually have that feeling with each other, and with Rob for sure, because we're used to playing with each other. We've been playing even with practices like the last year and a half, so we definitely have that connection.
Let me ask you a really dumb question. A lot of fans were asking, what's the story with Archie's jacket today?
He said if I would have seen what you guys were wearing, I wouldn't have wore this.
You guys didn't vote on it? You guys didn't give
No,
him
I
any
didn't
input?
know. I didn't even know until we got here.
Devonte, are we focusing too much on your end to the year last year? I mean, when you think about the way you closed out the season, did something click, or how would you describe what happened?
I think I would just say that I matured at that point and realized the situation I was in, and I think just relaxed and played the basketball that I know how to play.
Does confidence come into it for you?
I think it's a big part of it. I think over my career, my confidence has wavered, and I've learned to keep that consistent confidence in the past year. So,
what does it mean to hear that your teammates voted you captain, and how do you view yourself as a leader on this team?
I mean, I view myself as leading by example. I've been doing that pretty much this whole year, since this year started, and it's an honor, of course, to be voted captain by your own team, because guys look up to you in some sort of sense. And I just want to help the younger guys, help bring them along the way I was brought along when I was young.
Good.
Last question. Are you comfortable verbally getting in a teammate's face if you feel like it's necessary?
Yeah, definitely comfortable.
Why do you feel,
My question was, let's talk about senior leadership. How special is this for you? You talk about the young guys being here representing IU and Indiana University here in Chicago.
Well, I've been here 4 years. To finally be captain my senior year is definitely a big deal for me, and I just plan on leading my young guys, like I said earlier.
Walking in